Hey y'all, hey, happy Saturday to you. How y'all doing this Saturday? I thought I'd come on and talk to y'all for a minute. I'm up on the bed, y'all. I am wore out. I've been hanging out with my girlfriend who was here from Dallas, and we met up with some friends for dinner. I am so sleepy. I've just been going the last few days, and I need to sit down. I've been in a lot of pain because of just walking around in the casino, walking around in the stores, and so I've gotten up on the bed and just gonna get me a early night in. I'm gonna kick back and check out a Christmas movie on this TV, or either I saw one I saved. I think it's an old movie on YouTube. So I'm going to probably check that out. What are y'all doing today? Have y'all went to do some Black Friday shopping or any kind of shopping at all? What are you doing with yourself over the weekend? Are you waiting to Cyber Monday to do your shopping? And with that said, y'all, I it's so funny. Lauren, who's been in the family for a long time since I've been on YouTube, she apparently had caught an old video of mine, I guess, that had popped up. And in that video, and she was just had come in and look at God. I don't even remember saying it. It was 4 years ago when I was sitting at my desk eating lunch or breakfast on break or something. And so I had to rewatch the video. And in that, all I said was, y'all, I'm thinking about writing an ebook. And she said, Donna, look at God. And it's just so funny because not only did God bless me to do one, but two devotionals. And I hope if you're shopping that you bless somebody with these, bless yourself with them, bless somebody else with them for the holiday. This one is more just about having an uplifting attitude, and this one is more about having faith. So, like I said, if you got it, you got them. And like I know this is fairly new. I don't think very many people have this one, but it's the inside, and this is just kind of a little shorter ones. But anyway, I hope you get these. I hope your heart is blessed by them and that you're uplifted. It'll definitely be an encouraging word for the new year, for your new devotionals. You can finish off the year with them and start off the new year with them. And like I say, bless someone with them for the holidays. And of course, I'll always leave the links in them below so you can order them from Amazon. They're available now in both ebook and paperback. Uplifting moments and reflections in faith. Anyway, that's enough of that because this is not a commercial, but I would like for you to get the books. And if you don't have them both, someone asked me which one would I recommend. I want you to buy them both because I think they're both together are just a knockout. But if you don't get but one, I would definitely get, if you can't afford but one, I left them the same price for a reason. But if you can't get one, I would get Reflections in Faith. But I want again for you to get them both. Anyway, that's enough of that. So y'all, I was listening to I'm gonna put some clips at the end of just the our day little clips. I missed a lot because I thought the camera was on at one time and it really wasn't on. I thought I was recording a few times and the camera wasn't on. I just was discombobulated altogether yesterday. And I have to tell y'all a little story. My girlfriend, I had put the keys down and I said, so we got ready to leave to go to the restaurant. And I said, where are the keys? I couldn't find the keys, but of course I have extra set of keys for both my car and my home. So I said, so we went on. I got the extra set of keys out. She said, I saw the keys. I saw the keys. So we came home, searched for the keys. Tell she had picked up the keys and put them in her purse. They went in her purse all the time. That was just too funny. But anyway, I wanted to kind of touch on something because somebody was telling me about something in the news. And I deliberately sometimes, and it kind of fogs you because you don't know what's necessarily going on all the time. But I deliberately take breaks from watching the news. It's deliberate on my part. I used to watch it, but sometimes it could start draining you down to just a negative type spirit. So I just take a break sometimes. I decompress and just remove myself from negativity, hearing negative things, hearing bad things. Because yes, it exists in the world. Bad things happen every day. But sometimes it's just a little too much. It gets a little too heavy on you. So I kind of step away sometimes and give myself news breaks, and of course, well, sometimes most people end up telling me, and I'm like, huh, what are you talking about? I don't even know, because I have deliberately taken a news hiatus for a period of time. Sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's 2 weeks. So you kind of be in a fog, and I deliberately seek out things that's going to be uplifting, funny, joyful, just to kind of get my mind back into a state where, now it's important to know what's going on around you and what's going on in the world, but I deliberately take those breaks from time to time. And y'all wanted to touch on something because I was listening to, with that said also, I was listening to the story about Lane Company laying off all of their employees 2 days before Thanksgiving. And, even their delivery drivers, that was out, they were going to pay them, but they told them not to make any more deliveries or anything, to just come back in and get to a base station or somewhere, with whatever they had left on the truck. And, I thought about that a lot because I recently had someone ask me to loan them some money, which I didn't have. If they would have called me the day before, I would have had the money, because it was the day YouTube, we got paid with YouTube. So, but of course I didn't have it. It's not that I didn't have it. I had it in my emergency fund. And I've stopped feeling guilty a long time ago about, because it used to weigh heavily on me. I'm like, I should help people regardless. But I start realizing that and they say you should never loan out money if you don't get it back. Of course, when you loan money, your anticipation is that you're going to get it back. But what if you don't get it back? What if something happened to that person the next day or the same day they loan you the money? No one knows they owe you money. And I had to start thinking about that if something happened to that person today or tomorrow, whenever, and they can't give me the money back, and I had an emergency that same day, tomorrow, whenever, what am I going to do about my emergency? Am I going to have to scrounge around and ask somebody to help me out? So I had to let that go. And I talked to someone today about feeling guilty when you can't, when you don't want to just because you have it necessarily, you don't overextend yourself to the point of putting yourself at risk, you know. And so with that said, what if you were in one of those positions where you have to, one, say no to people? How do you handle it? How do you manage it? Because like I said, I would have given the money gladly to the person had they called the day before that I had it, and they waited till the day of too. But I didn't have it, the day that they called, because I had made myself, I'm practicing putting money on bills when I get extra money. I'm practicing to go ahead and get it out of my hand, do what I need to do with it. So that's what I did. So, I had to, but I made up in my mind, and I prayed about it, and I'm like, I made up in my mind long ago, you can't always if you just don't have it, don't put yourself in a bind, in a chokehold. Don't make other people's emergency your emergency, not if it's not really a life or death situation. Don't make other people's emergency your emergency, because if you go into relinquishing your emergency fund to, help somebody else for their emergency, and you hit into an emergency the next day, what would you do? So, and with that said also, like if you were one of those people, a lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck, and, I've been there. I'm no exception, really. How many days do you feel like if you had a real life crisis or a little real emergency happen, could you manage? Could you make it? Could you pay your next month's rent? Could you pay your next car note? What would you do? Really. And I'm like, can you make it 30 days to, you got back, could at least call around for help. You have 30 days to try to sign up for any kind of federal help you can get for your unemployment, because unemployment don't happen that quick. What are you doing to position yourself to say, well, okay, I can make it 1 month? And I know in this economy, it may not be realistic to say I can make it 1 month. I think about that all the time. I don't feel like, any of these companies are secure. I've seen over the years, even my company walk people out, and I'm no exemption, and I'm no exception to the rule that it won't happen to me. I thank God for my job. I'm appreciative of my job, and I've been blessed thus far. I've had some hills and valleys on my job. For the most part, I'm thankful and grateful for the fact that I do have a job right now. Now, if something was to happen today or tomorrow and they go in Monday and they say, well, don't come back, I would have to do some thinking. I would have to figure out what it is I'm going to do. I wouldn't have very long to figure it out. I'd have to be moving within 30 to 60 days. Let me do this, this, and that. Let me hustle here. Let me hustle there. Would all my income completely end if something happened to my job? No, I still would have some pieces of income coming in here and there. While they won't be what my job make, it won't be completely stopped for me. But for a lot of people, it's completely stopped. And, that's what we were talking about last night. At some point, I said, when it's time for me to retire, I want to retire. Do you know I'm tired? And I got 10 more years at least of this. You get tired of always thinking about the next thing that you need to be doing. But I think God allows you a period of your life where you're supposed to be busy doing things to set up stuff and to, work towards your goals. He's going to help and aid you, but you got to show up for your life. And yeah, I want to get out of I got to work this job and I got to do this extra to do this, to do that, to do this. Always in something. I want that time to just kind of rest and enjoy life. I still want to be active and do something, but I want that kind of time to kick back and just to kind of enjoy. I don't have to get up to go to nobody's job. If I want to do something here for an extra income, I can. And I pray that God, my prayers that he puts me in a position and allow me to do the things right now that will get me to that point where in retirement, and I may not be rich, but I can be comfortable enough to be and able to have my needs provided for, at that point, and that I haven't just squandered and done everything I wanted to do. And when you're raising a family, it's tough because you never know. It's always, and shoot, when you're by yourself, it is too. It's always the next emergency that may happen or may not happen, or you have to look. So you have to live and do things you enjoy doing because you only got this one chance. But that doesn't mean you can be just careless and not make plans and preparations for doing some of the things that you need to do. And like I said, even if you had it, even me, if I had an emergency and something happened, my emergency fund is wiped away with one thing. It's not like it's a whole big pile of dough sitting over there. So you think about that all the time, and I just encourage you all that, yes, do the things you need to do, but plan and prepare for them, save towards doing some things. You still should make room for fun and entertainment in your life and a balance, but make it so responsibly. Don't just blow it on doing what you want to do, talking about, I'm going to live while I can. Yeah, live while you can, but do it, in a good manner so that you kind of plan and prepare and do what you need to do. And God is a provider. He will provide for you, but he wants you to be good stewards over what you do have, to share what you have. But you can share it in a reasonable way. That don't mean you have to go where you're last either. So, like I said, and you don't have to feel guilty about that, not being able to help somebody sometimes. Because sometimes you just have to say, no, I can't, But anyway, that's enough of that. I just kind of want to stop in and talk to y'all tonight. Like I said, I'm up here on the bed. I'm going to check out a Christmas movie. And we did drop the donation box off to the Missionaries of Charity. And I'll try to put the link in to them below if you all want to make a, donation to them. I'll try to remember to put the link in below in the description so you can do that if you want to even read up on them or make a donation to them also. But anyway, I hope you all are having a great Saturday. You're doing something fun. You just kind of sit back and relaxing or whatever. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for Sunday's dinner. I want you to know you're loved. I love you. But God truly loves you the most. Remember to always be kind to yourself and others. Be joyful and be blessed. Love y'all. Bye. We're dropping the donation box of stuff off to the Missionaries of Charity, to the women's shelter. We're dropping these sanitary items off to them today and going to make a donation to them. I called before I came and she said they were in chapel, but to ring the bell when we got here. So my girlfriend, who is here from Dallas, is ringing the bell. They answered you?
It says Please use back doorbell.
Oh, maybe it's this one. She's trying to figure out which door to come in to make the donation. And again, this is the Missionaries of Charity. It's in North Memphis, in the Memphis area on 7th Street. And you can come and make donations. They help women and children. And I'm not sure if you have like a male child, what's the age range it'll go up to, but I'll link, you know, they have them in different cities. I'll try to link information about the Missionaries of Charity down in the description box also. Okay, Carmen, turn around. I'm gonna put this on my YouTube. This is my girlfriend Carmen from Dallas. She came in to hang out. She came in to hang out. We at the casino over here in West Memphis, Arkansas. We done traveled today.
We got our camo on. We are ready to go.
Yeah, we're matching. We're twins.
Get it, Memphis. Get it.
We're at the Fry House. Get us something to eat. And that's their menu. I think I'm just gonna get a little fries because I really can't eat a lot, so just do tide me over while we're over here. They have it where you can dine in Washington. There's a casino.
Right there. We're going up on Front Street, sitting over looking at the Mississippi River, where all of this multi-billion-dollar building is going on.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 1 onto Riverside Drive toward Front Street North.
Well, it won't stop us.
No, we're gonna go right on
Tennessee. Woohoo!
I don't know where the car mounts are in here. We're looking for them. Maybe. You find, what did she say they were? Oh, okay. I was back there too. Whew. I should have got a basket. We've been out fumbling around all day. And so I'm kind of tired now.
Or something like that?
No, that's actually one that you stand up.
You need for the car.
Yeah, that's a charger. I don't see no mounts, period. I guess they don't have any. Huh. You see them? Whew. I guess if it was a snake. I'll try that one.
This one? I said, half the time they don't work. How's it gonna stick? That one?
That one.
It's very beautiful.
It's cute, yeah. Now, if how functional it is, we
That's
don't
all
know.
I can say.
What about that one down there, Carmen? With universal mounted, right there. With the right there, next to it, right next to it, right here where my fingers point. Yeah, the one you just had your hand. That's the same thing. Now this one is just for the looks. It's cuter. I'll
Yeah,
try
it's much
it.
cuter.
We'll try it. If it don't work,
I don't know how they sit up there on the dash. For agreeing.
Okay, she's still gonna take one.
You know, she's good at this.
It's a video
Here
right
we go,
here
here
I'm
we go.
taking. These are all the ladies we out tonight.
At tequila.
Tequila.
I had a double shot.
In spite of the
I love it.
negativity in the world.
That's right. That's what we all
I'm
are.
so glad to
Did
see
you?
you.
That's Carmen.
You look. No, but Gloria.
That's Gloria.
I have gone through the same